The first time she flies home for the holidays, Iris makes two friends. She is seated between a married couple, because the man prefers the window and the woman prefers the aisle, and they are the kind of people, she discovers quickly, with strong preferences. In general, Iris is the kind of person with mild preferences. Preferences that can be painlessly ceded to someone else's. When the man clambers over her to use the bathroom, Iris presses her chin against her neck, closes her eyes, doesn't mind at all. The woman follows him a few minutes later, and then Iris is alone in the middle of the row. She is 18, living half a country away from her parents. The college she attends is not large and not cheap. It doesn't have a communications major, or a business major, or a football team. Her parents agree, and they agree on so little, that this is not their idea of an education. The man climbs back into his seat in time to decline a meal from the flight attendant. While Iris is peeling back the foil on the various components of her dinner, lasagna, green beans, half a dozen mandarin orange segments swimming in liquid, the woman returns and announces she's pregnant. She reaches across Iris's lap, her sleeve dangling perilously close to an uncovered dish of chocolate mousse, and waves a plastic stick in front of her husband. "The plus sign," she says. "Fuck yeah," he says. He covers her hand with his hand, so that they're both holding the stick. Eventually he lets go and she leans back in her seat. She beams blankly at the postcard-sized screen in front of her, where a plane is making slow progress across a map. "Congratulations," Iris says politely, sawing the green beans in half with a plastic knife. The husband has brought them both burritos from a famous restaurant in the city they have just departed. Iris has seen pictures of the burritos, because no one goes to the restaurant without documenting them. In real life, they aren't that impressive. Overstuffed and milky with sour cream. Black bean juice dribbles down the wife's hand. They tell her they've been trying for months. They tell her they like ancient names. Theodora. Cicero. They offer her guacamole. "Are you sure you don't want to sit together?" Iris chews a tortilla chip as quietly as possible. She wonders if the crunching is really as loud as it sounds in her head. "Honey," the wife says, "you're part of our moment." "Marcus," the husband says, wiping salsa from the edge of his mouth. "Or just Aurelius." Iris's mother meets her at the airport. She's wearing an elegant coat and boots with flower stem heels because she disapproves of people who travel in pajamas. The husband and wife tell Iris not to leave without saying goodbye, but she walks away while they're waiting at baggage claim. She looks back once, the wheels of her suitcase clicking in time with her mother's shoes, and she is surprised, seeing them standing together for the first time, that the woman is taller than the man. His arm is wrapped around her waist, and she leans into him, her head resting gently on the top of his. In the car, Iris tells her mother about the couple. She does not call them her friends, and this feels like losing something. Like removing a pebble from her shoe and missing the discomfort. To put the pebble back in would be crazy. She mentions the baby just as a plane passes overhead, so close she can make out the wheels. "What?" her mother says over the roaring. Iris repeats herself. "They never should have told you that." The car reaches the top of the ramp onto the highway. The traffic passes them in loud whooshes, and it seems impossible to Iris that they will be able to merge into the stream. They shouldn't tell anyone for at least 3 months. That baby? Her mother says this in the voice she reserves for words she does not trust. The newspaper, the forecast, your father. Could be gone tomorrow. The car nears the end of the acceleration lane, and for a moment it seems they will have nowhere left to go. Then, Iris can't say how, they are part of the stream. In the mirror, another car has appeared at the top of the ramp, and then it too has slipped into the anonymous rush. They speed past unchanging scenery, concrete barriers and spindly trees, and a blue tarp in the wind, and Iris feels certain that her mother's words have killed the baby. The car changes lanes. Tomorrow the wife will wake up with a feeling she can't describe, and the husband will tell her it's nothing. It's good, it's all good. And Iris, of course, will never see them again. When Iris is about to graduate from college, she dates a virgin. Exams are over and no one has anything left to do except go to parties and throw things away. On the sidewalk, there are lamps without lampshades and posters without frames. Iris pushes her bed out the window because it doesn't fit through the door in one piece. She and her friends start drinking in the middle of the day, and by the afternoon, they're half asleep, surrounded by containers of crusted-over hummus and watermelon rinds, cheap ideas of being festive. The virgin is a boy named Ben. But he's rich, Iris's best friend says while they look at him across someone else's backyard. Charlotte is the first best friend she has ever had. They didn't meet on the first day of school, like some best friends. There was a whole year that Iris endured alone. Charlotte, like Ben, is from Manhattan, where she learned about music and alcohol and deciphering all the signs that money leaves behind. She is the one who told Iris to wear black and white, or else autumnal colors, to drink vinegary brine after shots of vodka, to eat burgers and bagels and bacon. There was nothing, she said, as powerful as eating masculine foods with feminine grace, but to avoid dairy, to wear bras with lace and without flowers, to buy a vibrator, to be grateful, all in all, that she had never been fingered by a teenage boy. The first kiss with Ben is too cinematic. The sprinklers on the lawn behind them come on the moment his lips touch hers. "Don't look at me like that," she says. "Like what?" Their shoes are getting sprayed. Her socks are damp. "Like we're dancing in the moonlight." He seems a little wounded, and this, somehow, is reassuring. Like this is meant to be,